welcome to the Wow Embossing channel. Today I'm going to show you a cool way to use up your white scraps of cardstock with your embossing powders. So I'm going to use this gorgeous green trio of embossing powders, and this is called the Dappled Pearl Effects trio. And what I've done is I've cut a whole selection of leaves using these paper rose dies. They're called Little Foliage 1, Little Foliage 2, and I've just cut them from scraps of white cardstock. So what I'm going to do is grab my embossing pad, and I'm just going to press this into the embossing pad. You can see this is actually a piece that I'd even stamped on the back of, and I've just cut it out so that I can use the front. And then I'm going to cover them with the green embossing powder. So this one that I'm using now is called Newport. So now that I've done that, I've got this gorgeous effect, but it's not the ideal coverage that I would like. So I'm going to do it once more. So I'm going to dip it back in here. And I'm just going to repeat the process of covering them and re-embossing them. And so now you can see that we've got that really lovely pearlescent green effect and a nice coverage as well. So I'm going to do that with the other leaves and the other colours. So I'm just going to cover each of the leaves twice with a different colour of embossing powder. So I've got a green 5x5 inch card blank and then a 4.5 inch square piece of white cardstock that I've used this Dotted Swirls Debossing cover die just to add a bit of texture to. And then we've got all of our heat embossed leaves, and you can see that it not only adds the colour but it adds some texture as well, which is really lovely. So next thing I'm going to do is just heat emboss a sentiment, and I'm just going to go with this small happy birthday, and I'm going to use my opaque bright white Superfine embossing powder. So now I'm going to glue this onto my card blank. So then I'm going to arrange these leaves in a wreath. And then I'm going to just cut some flag ends into the end of the sentiment. I'm going to add some foam strips behind the sentiment. And I'm going to add that across the centre of the wreath. So there's that first card finished. I don't think you'd even know that those were white cardstock scraps that were used for those. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's card. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when there's a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to the blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.